depth of our revelation. So what do you know? You're looking for blessing, but you don't care about what you know. Your blessings is measured from your light. Let me say, guys, our blessings are measured from our light. Our blessings. So it's not about looking for blessing. It's how bright does our light shine, which attracts. Please, can you look up? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that you will never forget in your whole life. Can I tell you? God will never, for any reason, ignore the depth of what we know. Don't forget that so many people can know anything. We are in a time people are trying to know one thing or the other. There are so much knowing. Schools are everywhere and the world is not moving forward. Somebody's not hearing what I'm saying. I said schools and the world is not moving forward. Schools are everywhere and the world is not moving forward because what they are learning is not moving their life forward. Now Satan, you cannot win Satan when his light is brighter than your own. If you hear that a woman died, or a man died, or somebody developed a problem that look like it's incurable, a problem, the answer is that the light of the solution is lacking. The light of the answer. What do I say that's lacking? The light of the answer. Every answer is in light. Please, I speak to you from heaven. Hear me. Listen to me. Nothing is impossible. But there is a consciousness of the blessed. You know, saints are no longer on earth because of materialism. Pastors are getting greedy. The message of prosperity is taken too far to the left. Am I saying something? What do I say? Is now, so people try to use strange means to get rich. But in Joshua chapter 1 verse 8, God told Joshua that gold and life is in book. He said, listen, you go to the book of the law if you want to succeed. I said, you. He said, go to the book and get your mind enlightened. If you want prosperity and success. He said, don't allow it to depart day and night. Stay with it. Please, let me repeat something. Let me repeat something I've been talking since about 3 weeks. In the night, I thought here. I said, if you are interested in fasting, I'm telling you this from heaven. If you are interested in fasting, if you are interested in holiness, if you are interested in righteousness, if you are, I have seen pastors who say they pray 40 hours round about the clock. If you pray even a whole week non-stop, these things I mentioned, they don't have economic value. That means they don't separate us. John the Baptist, if you talk about more rugged, I don't want to compare him with Jesus, but John was rugged. John the Baptist, he lived in the wilderness. In fact, the standard of John was what they used against Jesus. The Pharisees. The standard of John's consecration. Pay attention to me. The standard of John's consecration was what the Jews were bringing to Jesus. They say, we were here when John was so consecrated. You go to party everywhere. We don't understand. You eat everywhere. Your disciples, they even take they take corn on Sabbath days. We don't understand you people are eating. Yet in Matthew, Jesus said something that touched me. He said, the smallest in my kingdom is bigger than John. What's the difference? Let me make it simple. The consecration of John, his animal skin, eating locusts and honey, didn't have economic value. What I mean by economic value is that it didn't tie God to John. It was not sellable. I told the pastors, fasting too much does not make you a great man of God. Pray for a sick person and the person got healed does not make you a big man of God. What makes you a big man of God is the commitment of God to you. The what? The commitment. With all the consecration of John, when they arrested John, God was watching Herod getting ready to behead John. God was watching the snake girl dance. And God didn't rescue John. God does not rescue men when there is nothing connecting him and men. When they told Jesus that the same Herod that killed John is after you, Jesus didn't fear. He said, you go tell the fox. He said, I'm going to preach the first day and second day. He said, and in the third day I will perfect my assignment. John knew that the commitment of God to his life will not allow Herod to kill him. What commitment? The sellable revelation. I said the what? The sellable. The sellable revelation. What do I mean by sellable? 16 of the book of Matthew. Peter, what you said, it was not human being, flesh and blood that told you, but my Father who is in heaven. Then he said, upon the rock of that revelation, I will build my church. Then he said, hell will not be able to defeat it. So what do you know? You cannot build your life on holiness. I say you cannot build your life on holiness. Holiness is a small part of brightness. Your holiness does not make anything go to God. Why Nigerians and Africans are suffering is because they are lightless nation. And instead of getting light, they are getting more religious. A girl went to the mountain there and spent there all her days. I'm fasting and praying. The prayer we pray to God is a prayer we pray to brightness. It is only the light of the world that can be Son of God. It is only the light of the world that can be King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Somebody, am I saying something? I'm going to go on to what I call hallowed revelation. There's something I call hallowed. I'm not going to continue in a form until I share. I'm going to go to hallowed when I share something that will touch you. I say unique characters can only be molded through definite thinking. That's what I'm sharing now. I'm going to come on hallowed revelation in a while. Unique character can only be molded through definite thinking. Through what? Some people don't know that God is taught. That the difference between God and man is the way God thinks. The Bible says in 55, 8 and 9 of the book of Isaiah, he said, as the heaven is far from there, that's how my thought is far from your thought. Now, if you want to marry a girl, want to marry a man of a people, please, you have to discover how the man thinks. You see, because you're going to live with that thought. Thought itself is life and destiny. Can I say it again? I said thought itself The moment you know the way you think, you will know how your future look like. But some people don't understand the mystery of thinking